Hello and welcome. I'm Parul Sharma and you're watching Zoom TV. Today I have with me the cast of the Great Weddings of Munnes. Hello everyone, welcome to the show and thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Okay, firstly guys, I wanna start off straight off the bat. The trailer itself was damn hilarious and dialogues, there were some great dialogues in it. Like genuinely मेरे को हंसी आई थी और ज़्यादा आजकल नहीं आती है, I'll be honest.
लाइफ में नहीं आ रही है पर्दे पे नहीं आ रही
ट्रेलर्स ये therapy session real but you know I want to ask you guys, for each of you personally, what would you all say is the USP of this show particularly, and what kind of makes it different from that shadi space, the content that we've seen in the shadi space previously, that we've seen multiple times over multiple mediums?
I think for me it's the characters. You know, it's as simple as that. I think all the characters, like when the first time I was told about Munnes and then narrated, when Raj narrated the story, and you know, he told me how the family is, and Bua and Bhupaji and you know Tayaji, and the entire family was kind of a crazy family. Then comes Mahi, who is like, you know, completely out of a league girl. You know, लड़के के तो है ही, मतलब मुझे लगता है परिवार के लिए भी out of league.
Yeah, you can't even think of it.
Yeah, and that's
Impossible
how,
thing.
Exactly, and that's what happened also.
Yeah.
You know, on set, I think it was very natural reaction.
Yeah.
Because we were on like, you know, those, I don't know, some गली में किसी घर में shoot कर रहे हैं, suddenly the set is like महल.
Yeah, ये तो मतलब वो हमको वो, yeah, we felt that shock. Oh God. Oh, अच्छा.
Even I felt it.
Going from your mahal to
the small house in a gully. Yeah.
What about
She
you?
went in so shocked that she fell in love with me.
I fell in love. What about me? I think the whole concept of the show भी काफी unique था कि बंदे की like this situations में वो ढूंढ रहा है, नहीं हो रही है, फिर वो क्या कहाँ दूसरी जगह जाके ढूंढता है. So I think that is something that was relatively very unique to me, and that's why I think most of us got attracted to the show as well. क्योंकि and I think I know about Abhishek, but ma'am आपने भी काफी जल्दी हाँ बोल दिया था ना जब
Yeah.
I think ये common है most actors में, most of us. I think as soon as we heard it, because just the first narration, just the log line when they gave it to us, it was so unique, so quirky. You knew that this is going to be a fun project to be part of.
Sure.
So I think that's why the show itself is unique.
Unique,
Yeah, it's a USP in itself.
Comedy is not like, you know, it's not, we are not doing it. It's situational.
Sure.
That's the best thing.
Yeah.
I think that's the best kind of
That's,
comedy. Also,
yeah.
right? Abhishek, recently you sort of said, you talked about how earlier you used to just act and not be worried about the project, but now that you're the face of projects, that responsibility and that stress is starting to come in. Because earlier you didn't care once you were done shooting it, but now you think twice about everything when you're in that project. Talk to me a little bit more about that, because obviously the pressure must have increased from back then, but also it must be great to be the face of the project now, right? And be at that point in your career now that you are the face of multiple projects.
So I think I made that point last year, and I mean that was the time when I started shooting for these projects. But honestly, after completing them, now I am not in any kind of pressure. Like, you know, I really feel very light. It's almost like आपने एग्जाम दे दिया है, अब रिजल्ट आएगा, ठीक है, अब उसमें पास हो फेल हो जो भी हो, I know that I'll have to still go and study in the next set.
Sure.
तो ये I think understanding मुझे एक साल में काम करते हुए आई है, तो मैं जो पहले वो प्रेशर ले रहा था उस टाइम शूटिंग करने का, अब मैं वो प्रेशर नहीं लेता. मुझे लगता है कि this is a great feeling for any actor that you know he's getting to play a protagonist. जब मुझे play में मिलता था तब मैं खुश होता था.
Like what more can an actor ask actually?
तो I think यही चीज़ है, तो इसकी खुशी मनाई जा सकती है, इसका किसी तरह का प्रेशर नहीं लिया जा सकता.
मतलब आप सीजन हो गए हो एक ही साल में?
नहीं सीजन नहीं, इसको कहते हैं
Adapt कर लिया उसने कि like you can't help it ना. You can only do your best. Then rest is nothing is in your hand.
Barkha, you know, you come from that really unique space of being primarily an actor, but then also being a very popular and very loved content creator on social media. And you know, in the last, I would say, two-ish or so me no but continue. No, but you know, so a lot of
content in herself.
Yeah.
I'm beginning to see through the course. So you know, a lot of your contemporaries have also kind of plunged themselves and taken that leap into this space now. I want to know from your unique vantage point, what are the things that come really easily, and then what are the challenges of being somebody who kind of has her feet in both these criteria?
So I think what comes very easily is the love from the people who are already following you and who already consume your content.
Sure.
So it's very easy to reach out to at least those that fan base and that audience base you have, to ask them to show support and love to the project you are involved with. And the challenge that comes with it is that I think somewhere down the line there is this chatter where people feel that, okay, no, you're just doing this because of your social media number, you might not be as deserving, there'll be other actors who are deserving, but just because you have a higher social media following, so you got this character. So I think the challenge then is to, I mean, they could be wrong, they could be right, but you still need to prove your worth once you're part of the project, right?
Absolutely.
Like, your following is not going to help you then. So I think the challenge there is then proving your worth as an actor, that you know, like, whatever reason I got this from, but I deserve it. Like,
You're also a child.
I think more than.
You have done.
but like, that was never had like work. No, really,
Right.
like that.
Fair.
Like, it was barely 1-2.
Fair enough.
I think she just earned it, like as Matthew was saying, he just
Right.
said
Yeah.
on his Instagram, like, you know, video, if you guys have watched it.
I've
you know,
watched
he
it.
he said a very simple thing, that you don't deserve anything, you have to earn it.
On it,
You know,
yeah.
Stop saying that, you know, we deserve this, we deserve that.
Right.
Who are you? You have to, you know, continuously work, and she did that. So, you know, she earned it, and, you know, you'll see in the show that it was, I think, she seamlessly performed.
Yeah, she's
I mean,
so
she's
good.
done a lot of work and like.
Yeah, she is good. Like, very natural. You know, very natural, and I loved all my scenes with her.
I loved all my scenes with you also. I loved it. So funny.
Sunita ji, you are an industry veteran and you've been around for a while. Huh? Come on, you've been acting for a while. Credit by credit. I want to know from you. You've pretty much seen the industry kind of go through that change since the beginning to now.
Yeah.
I want to know, in about the almost 2 decades that you have been acting now, how do you think the roles for females have changed, and especially older female actors, because I feel like it's an important conversation
Yeah.
to have. Do you think that they have changed quite a bit? Where do you stand on that, and also how much further do we have yet to go as an industry?
See, yes, there has been a like very visible change, not only in films, but also in TV. The whole content is only different now. Like, earlier it was very commercialized, you know. So not many actors have that access of working,
Absolutely.
including me. And see, every actor has a personality. Whatever we say, we work hard if we have to do a particular role, but still there is a personality. You know, accordingly we are casted, and there is no like sorry thing for that. That it has to happen that way.
Absolutely. You have to audition for parts.
Yeah, and you have to look the character. You know, otherwise audience ही बोलेगी ना. आप मुझे if you make me Queen Elizabeth, I will not look Queen Elizabeth from England. I'll look like a Queen Elizabeth from Jhumri Talaiya. But then I should not feel bad about that. We all have different personality, and that's the way it works. So yes, but earlier there was no work for Jhumri Talaiya's Elizabeth. Whereas now there is a lot of work for, you know, all type of actors. And I think that's the reason why like so many of the old actors are working now, including, you see Neena Gupta ji.
Yeah.
She is doing such good roles.
I mean, she had like a second lease of like.
Yes,
career.
definitely, absolutely.
I mean,
Raghuveer sir, there are many. Sanjay Mishra, Shefali,
recently saw Meeta
Meeta ma'am, Sushmita Mukherjee, everybody, because now the content is the hero.
Right.
You know, and everybody is getting their dues. Someone like Barkha is also getting work, someone like Sunita is also getting work.
Absolutely.
So this is the golden time, and the change is beautiful. And it is not only about actors. I think it's about each and every, you know, aspect. Be costume, be makeup, be hair, be writing, direction. Everything has changed. The camera, the taking, everything is changed. So yes, this change is there, and I have seen the changes. I haven't got a decent character to play when I had come to Bombay in 2000.
Yeah.
It took almost 18 years, you know. People used to love my work. People used to respect me. My directors used to say, you are doing well. There were audience also who used to love my work. Like Ek 40 Ki Last Local, people loved my work. But nothing happened.
Opportunities were
Yeah,
very few, right?
there was nothing because that content was different.
Absolutely.
So इना गिना चुना आपको एक कोई ऐसे फिल्म बन गई तो बन गई. Maybe अगर एक 40 की लास्ट लोकल आज बनती, it would have been accepted in a very different way.
What a film! It was a very good film.
Yeah, it really
Terrific
was.
film.
Yeah.
No, so that's a very good segue into my next question, which is that with the advent of OTT, a lot of, the space has kind of changed a lot, and all of you have been doing a lot of good work there, and you have a lot of stuff coming up. All of you have a lot of projects also coming up there, right? I want to know from all of you, where do you feel the streaming industry, the streaming space has taken our industry? How further from where we started has it taken us? And are you A, happy about the change, and B, what would also be the downside of OTT for you?
Pam has actually already covered a good part of it where she said that content has now become the king.
Sure.
A lot more acceptance to people invested in the industry in any way, again as she very beautifully put out. But I also feel there's also an amalgamation of everything now. Like now we are at a time and space जो पहले नहीं था when web had started अलग दर्जा दिया गया था to web, and then as and when it grew, as and when it proved itself as a as a media for consuming content, more and more people started coming into it, bigger and bigger names started coming into it, and now we're at a point where you see there is television in web, there is Bollywood in web, there is Hollywood in web, there is everything is actually all coming to one place, so it's almost become like a one-stop destination for a lot of previously segmented parts of our industry.
Sure.
So that, and also I feel even for an audience while consuming content, I think itni sari variety mili hai. There are a lot of people like in terms of socially also feel accepted in the society, because not just in India but even internationally काफी सारे अलग-अलग issues को through stories address किया गया है, which has also kind of happened in our show, but
relatability
बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़
गया. Gender identity, in terms of your social economic status. So I think a lot of those things which was not as much covered in the past as it is now, because people are open to new and new forms of content and more kinds of content. So I feel there's a bigger sense of acceptance also that has been spread out, not just for us actors as ma'am had said, but also for the audience who is consuming the content.
Absolutely. What about you, Abhishek?
I mean, I anyway feel that internet is a doorway to world democracy. That that makes the world a smaller place. It can reach anyone. And the first taste of blood for me was TVF. The first taste of blood was Pictures when I did one small scene.
Yeah.
And I got recognition for that one
That
scene,
blew
that
up.
one dialogue. Yeah. I had no clue what is viral. I had no idea what is viral.
I don't
how is
know.
it viral. But I mean, for me, that was the first experience of internet audience.
Absolutely.
And I realized that the future is in good, safe hands, because these OTT platforms are supposed to come, and we knew about it from 2015-16. And in fact, there were some users who were like the woke audience of India, who would use different platforms, the international platforms, which were available on internet.
Sure.
So you didn't have the Indian shows, but you had the American shows.
American
the
show,
foreign
yeah.
So it was always around, but it didn't come to India. So
It wasn't accessible at the time.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But then I had no clue that OTT is going to boom so quickly.
Yeah.
And so many people are going to get associated with it. Like the audience, the number of audience it has reached in 4 years. Or 5, I don't know, 4 years?
4-5 years, yeah.
That
5,
much.
6 years.
So I think obviously COVID helped, because COVID, it became the only medium of entertainment for a certain good amount of
वो
time.
थोड़ा double boom हो गया उसमें.
Exactly, वो डबल बूम भी हो गया, उसमें ये भी हो गया कि लोगों ने बहुत सारा कंटेंट देख लिया देश विदेश से. So उनका टेस्ट बदल गया. उनका now they are looking for richer scripts. They want richer stories. They want richer direction. They want richer acting.
Yeah.
Now they're expecting.
They have enriched, our audience has enriched a lot.
Yeah, because now they're directly comparing us to the international actors.
Yeah,
of,
absolutely.
Films or whatever they're seeing. So
Yeah.
they're like, hello, if they can do that, we are watching a South American show, Narcos.
Yeah, then we
If you're
won't.
watching a Spanish show, money
Absolutely, yeah.
heist. तो Indian show क्यों नहीं देख?
Indian show.
Absolutely.
So I think that's the goal. So the future you're talking about, I think that's what's going to be in some time. You will see shows from India which is going to go global. And
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
I
it's
mean,
not
I think
happened
a
now.
lot of people watch Sacred Games, yeah, because
Yeah.
just to start it off,
Yeah,
that's
but-
when it kind of started with.
But I'm still we don't have a popular global show, and
Sure.
that's something which I'm talking about like a Squid Game or
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
else. So we are not really competing with each other right now.
Right.
We are competing with an international standard of filmmaking. So and I think for that we need to buck up. And for that I think now the downside which we were talking about is that we should not make it a factory setup where we're just trying to put out
Yeah, because now everybody is into making a web series, making so
That's where it's
that
at
has
now,
to be
हाँ मतलब वो बस वो बन के ना रह जाए कि बस कहानी बनाने के लिए बना
हाँ
कंटेंट देने के लिए दे
Like quantity over quality.
क्वालिटी वाली बात हाँ
क्योंकि आई एम श्योर OTT प्लेटफॉर्म से बहुत प्रेशर है भी इस चीज का कि वो रेगुलरली कंटेंट देते रहे ताकि ऑडियंस आए हिट करे आई अंडरस्टैंड ऑल द डायनामिक्स बट स्टिल इट्स जस्ट
अच्छा होना चाहिए.
अच्छा होना चाहिए yeah because everybody is now trying to get a OTT series or a film or something to make. That is a little hitch. Otherwise, it's all good. But I think the audience is quite intelligent now, and they are yeah. वो छान देंगे बिल्कुल ऐसे ना एक कंकड़ नहीं रहने देंगे वो
और कमाल की बात है और अच्छा शो है तो कहीं से भी ढूंढ के ले आएंगे
कहीं से भी ढूंढ के राइट
गुल्लक आई थिंक
गुल्लक पंचायत दे वॉच इट गुल्लक में आपको बताऊं इट टुक 1 year they didn't released it because they thought people might not like it because it came out during the time of Sacred Games Mirzapur and all those high acceptance वाले ना तो ये क्या कोई क्यों देखेगा but it did great.
I mean, it has rave reviews.
Yeah.
The
popular
undiscovered gems,
shows.
the gems that have come
one
out.
of the most popular shows
It's so popular. So हाँ, so like he's saying pictures में एक scene का था and he got so much popularity. Similarly, I don't have a big role in Gullak. It's just 3 episode or 2 episode
But I
thing.
think वो काफी होता है.
But हाँ,
सही चीज़ में.
see if the content is good, yeah, so it's great.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure and good luck to you all for everything ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.